art, they could teach you how to be an artist. They say, well, I'm not good at the selling, but I am really good at the art stuff. Well, if that was, okay, let's say that was true, I still shouldn't listen to you, because if I want to do art for a living, I need to know how to sell it. And when you realise, like, oh crap, we've got art subjects that are being taught by people who could not possibly help you turn that into a career.
See, I started lecturing at our local art college after I'd done 15 years running my own business. I also have a degree and a master's degree. I figured I probably could bring something useful to that equation. My mum taught piano. She went to the Royal Academy.
There are a select number of people that have left something
totally.
But they're the exception.
I totally agree with what you
rule.
do. I think these days now it's like, oh, I don't know what to do. I'll become a teacher. What subject do you want to teach? Well, I was all right at geography at school. It's not like you have a passion for it. It's just
it's a pay.
And with music, you've got to love it. You've got to love it. If it, I always said to her, if it feels like practice, you're probably in the wrong place. There are things that are hard, but knowing that something's hard but it's helping you, it's helping you towards your goal. If you think, oh, I've got to do 20 minutes of guitar practice,
probably the wrong instrument.
You don't love that. You don't love it. You can't say you love it. There are days when we all go, not today, but that's a day out of 365 days.
No, I used to have black hole days where I'd wake up, I'd plug in the guitar or the bass or start singing, and the next thing I know it's like time to go to bed. And I don't even know where the day's gone. I'm pretty sure I didn't have like a seizure or something. It's like, you passed out for 12 hours. I must have been practicing. Where's the day gone? Mind-bending drugs.
Oh, we did that, I know. We've got a seller conversion where we do a lot of the kind of writing and bits and bits that we do. And we disappear down there at 5 o'clock and then Hope was saying, oh God, it's 8 o'clock, we haven't had any tea. To think about. That's when you know you're into something, when the time's just...
I went down there at 4:15 in the day and didn't get up to like 9. I was just like,
Let me know when that turns into 10 hours. But no, that's excellent. I mean, if you get an hour of yours, that's great. Did you have any questions from last time?
No.
How have you found things in last week?
Alright, yes, it's been going okay.
Good. So last week we looked at Teardrop and the importance of being able to be understood.
Nice.
How did you find implementing that between last time and now?
Yeah, it's been okay. I've been like trying, because when we do our songs and stuff, I've been really conscious of like pronouncing vowels and singing it all so you can pronounce it. And I do sing stuff, and you do, because I've been listening back to some of the recordings on my Facebook page. I'm like, oh yeah, that's, you kind of, because you know when you know the lyrics in your head, you're like, oh yeah, that's fine, that's clear. But when you listen to it back and you think, no, but if someone did
let's pretend I didn't know what that was.
And then you're like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
and it doesn't. It's not to say that you have. We're looking for musical theatre like diction, and that's really not what it's about. But it's the tonal byproduct that we're interested, or rather, we're focusing on diction to get tone. But really, what we're doing is getting tone, and the byproduct is correct diction. So when the vowels work correctly, we get great tone. The fact that the vowels are working correctly is kind of neither here nor there, because you could intentionally choose to corrupt the vowel to be something else, and it would still sound good, but because it's very intentional, I want it to be that particular shade. It makes a big difference. Were you looking at anything else song-wise in the last week?
Not really, no. I've just been trying to go over Teardrop and do the little thing bits to try and sort it
out.
But
great, let's keep on then. Are you recording? You're recording. Everyone's recording.
Yeah, it's all going.
Brilliant. My ass handed to me this morning. Brilliant. Sorry, jiu-jitsu, so I do quite literally. Brazilian jiu-jitsu, I get choked. Well, my ass wasn't literally handed to me. No, what did we do? We did a lot of,
I have a friend who's a black belt in Taekwondo. He's tall, he's 11. He's pretty cool, isn't he?
I'm sure I'll tell you more about jiu-jitsu in due course, but not today. Brilliant, so let's get you warmed up. That's right. Super squeaky at the top, but that's right. There you go. That's right. Let that happen, that was right. Just make sure to start in Chester. I'll take it, it's fine.
Oh, hang on.
Make sure to start with front clearly. That top one a little bit longer. Oh, listen. It's not f, it's foo. Great, hold that top. Yeah, much better. Hold that top note a second or two longer. Say foo when you're not doing foo. Can you say to me foo foo foo?
Foo foo foo.
That's what they should be doing. It's great. It's probably going to feel quite light to you. That's what I need right here. Straight in. Lighter than you think it is. No. You hear the difference?
Mm-hmm.
I want the second one, not the first one. It may even feel like falsetto, it may even feel a little bit too operatic to you. But that's what we're needing right now because you're taking too much stress up with you. I'll take that.
Is that right?
Closer. Yes, there we go. There, that's all we needed. Fabulous, can you give me? Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, W-O, whoa.
Okay.
Whoa. Right, give me. Woo. vowel changes, everything else, that's telling you everything else is changing. It's not saying, oh, it changes and then everything else changes. No, it's changing because it's not being controlled correctly. What's the word? Woo. One more time, everyone's a woo. There we are, better. Even tighter lips, woo. You should feel like you're blowing a kiss or whistling, woo. Do you blow a kiss like this? Woo. There we are. But don't lose it on the rest of them. All the same. Even tighter. I'll take it. Good. Right. Whoa, 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 whoa. lips into an O. Okay. You're doing lots of other things right, but if that vowel isn't there, the whole thing's just it's the glue that's going to hold it all together. So if anything, it's not whoa 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 whoa. It's the lips are actually incredibly tight the whole way through. And not this, they're not like Mac and me style. It's whoa 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 whoa. They're not widening, they're not spreading. Whoa 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 whoa. Now I know that feels a little bit weird, but I'd like you to focus on keeping those lips in that bizarre little artificial pout is essential for it. It's not that you're going to sing like this. I need you to feel the difference in this vowel. Same here. Right. Maybe no 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 no. What's the vowel?
No. No?
O is the vowel. The vowel component. So the lips again still need to be in that O. Yeah, that's the one. That's it. The reason I got that at the top because the vowel spreads slightly. Went no 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 no. That's it. So that's all the way up at like basically the top note of titanium. There. But you're not losing the connection because the vowel's correct. That's why I'm being such an arsehole about it. It's because it's worth the payoff. No, 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 no. Try that again. Widening too wide. No. That's it. It might feel quite narrow compared to what you're used to, because what you were doing before was the vowel was just getting wider and wider. That's why you were topping out around there, and that's why you're having to go light to do the kind of teardrop in the key you were doing it in. Was that the vowels were just way too wide, and eventually they get so wide you can't actually even make any sound without completely changing the way you're doing it. Whereas what you're doing there is, instead of the vowels getting wider as you go up, you're keeping the vowels exactly the same. That allows you to keep going higher and higher and maintain a connected quality to it. That's not always to say it will always feel as easy. I know it maybe didn't feel easy, but it won't always feel as, oh, that just happened, that just came out. There's sometimes more work that goes on in that, but that is the path that we're trying to stay on. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Grab a seat, rest your voice. Do you want some water? Or have you got some?
I'm okay. I'm
really
in my little Christmas mug.
Oh. And a bowl of cereal to keep me going till the end of the day, and I'm suddenly feeling a lot of flame being generated. It's delightful. Delightful. Do you have any questions?
Me? Yep. No, I'm just thinking, I think it's amazing. I love hearing
you like seeing you talk?
No, I don't. What I love is you can hear when it's right.
Yeah. It's not. Trust me, it's a lot easier. Like, although you're like, but that was the same. When you have it side by side up front.
I can hear it.
Yeah.
Because
it's not even kind of debatable. It's like I can see now why you're so able to say no. That's not right. That's
yeah.
Not it. That's not, yeah. That was it. And it's like. It's not black. It is black and white.
Yeah.
It's not shades of grey. It's like that was great. That was a bit. Word, that was a bit. Word, that was great.
Yeah.
And it does make a massive difference to the listener. You know,
which is ultimately what it's about.
Yeah. I'm being objective and just thinking if I shut my eyes and you weren't talking, I could tell which were on and which were off, and so it is a kind of empirical thing. It's not so.
It's demonstrable.
Yeah. You can actually hear when that connection happens in those exercises. So the guy knows what he's doing. That's why I'm very quiet and just sit here. You know.
You're probably not used to it.
Yeah.
No, normally cows.
Well, yeah. I mean that's why what we've been looking for. Because before I've been sitting and singing lessons and thinking, Okay, I'm not sure that we've achieved very much there.
Sure, so yeah, because I witness a lot of teachers in my own network.
Yeah.
Who we all have the same toolbox.
Yeah.
But it's like.
Use your tools differently.
Yeah, it's like we all have. You're absolutely right, exactly. Like so, but even within like you can see someone use the same tools I use, and we'll both get different results. And I'm just aware it's like you can give a carpenter the same set of tools as a lesser carpenter.
Yeah.
One can turn out an incredible work of art, and the other one can turn out a decent chair. But I don't really get to see teachers who don't use this toolbox. And I'm just kind of curious. Obviously, no need to go on at length or like. But what exactly was like? Because obviously you start with someone local, then a little bit further afield, then a lot further afield.
Yeah.
What exactly was the?
I think Dr. Voice, we'll call him that, but Anthony Wade. He's clearly from a very, very similar school to you. I think it's just. I think he's a perfectly good teacher. It's just his demeanour. It was very much about check me out, look what I've done, look who I've worked with, blah 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 blah. But the lessons were quite. They were similar in a way. There was. That's where I first kind of started hearing about this connection thing, and where it was. You know, he could demonstrate that you can get that connection over 4, 5 octaves and go wallet. But he can do it. Doesn't mean he can teach someone else to do it. I'm sure he can, but he wasn't right for how. He was clearly a good
of a higher level
than
previously.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he talked about a kind of a sound beam or something in terms of a connection, but
hopefully as an analogy.
None of the others really, for me, had any sort of methodology behind. You know, they'd listen to something and go, "Oh, maybe you could do this."
Yeah.
You know, whereas Hope. Well, I don't want to speak for her, but I think she just needs a more prescriptive approach at this age, where somebody just says, "Look, if you want to do this, here's a way we can go about it."
Yeah.
It might not be fun, it might not be exciting. You might not get to sing songs for 40
minutes. That's not why you have a music career. That's not.
Well, you know the Lady Gaga, like a year or two ago, she did the Sound of Music medley for the Oscars or whatever it was.
No, I didn't know she
did that. Yeah, she did one, and it was all very legit. It's like, she worked with a voice coach every day for 6 months to be able to do that. And she's like there's a lot of work that goes into it. And the celebrity coach thing is a real. I know how I feel about this. I don't have a problem with celebrities having coaches. You know, if you're famous, you need a coach, or like anyone needs a coach. I get that, but it's when you get people who essentially trade off the names, like I've worked with some bigger names, I've worked with some smaller names, but you're all people at the end of the day. Why?
But the thing is, we're in halfway through lesson 3, and I don't know who they are, and you know, and that's great because it means you're concentrating on what Hope needs, not what. Not what you know. It's why I very rarely talk about my other clients, other clients, because what I do for my other clients is largely, you know, it demonstrates that I am capable. But whether they're massive multinationals or a tiny company,
just local children,
everyone gets the same treatment. I do my best for them.
Within their budget and their requirements.
Exactly. And I don't see why having had success with someone who's already successful is more. You know, I could do a brochure for BMW, and I guarantee it would be a success. Because it would be a success if you basically wipe your arse on the piece of paper and put the BMW logo on. You know, they're not going to fail as a company, regardless of what their brochures look like. And so, working with the bigger and better people is actually not, for me, it's much of a reflection of taking someone like Hope, who you know, we think has some ability, and
definitely,
and making her the best that she can be. In a way that Hope can respond to, and that's the key thing. When you know, I keep going back to the point all the time. When I was 14, I couldn't hold a conversation with another person, let alone go out on stage and perform. Now, you know, we've crossed that barrier. For me, it's now about be the best that you can be. If this is what you love, then be the best you can be. And the other teachers were just content for us to rock up, hand over your money. And go away, and I'd be thinking, well, you know, you got to sing a song to a person with a piano, and they said that you were great.
Well, I must admit, it was when you said that they wanted to see you play piano and sing at the same time. I was just like,
yeah, but that's how a lot of people evaluate you. Like the other lessons I've done. But I don't do sugarcoating and I don't do easy.
Oh, good. I'm afraid I am congenitally incapable of sugarcoating.
That's good. No, that's good.
You say that now.
I did actually mean to email you after the last lesson just to thank you. I never really got around to it for some whatever reason, but I just, when I leave here, I come out feeling like something's been achieved, and I actually watched the videos back myself.
Yeah.
And I come away thinking, actually, that is a valid. We've had a good session there.
Yeah.
And that's worth.
And that's why I get people to record every session. Because it means that you can go away and okay, if it was just you in the room, say I probably would prefer someone that not that I'm not trustworthy, but it's just always to be above board. But you could take away and say, I'm not sure about this. What do you think? And it would it's like I don't think I've had the odd person come back and not say I'm not happy, but go, I just don't know about that.
Yeah.
And I'm very happy to go, you know what? Maybe that isn't perfect. Maybe I haven't done something great there. But if you do ever have questions or you're not satisfied with something, I would much rather you brought it up.
From my point of view, in terms of, I guess, the funding part, I'm very happy, and the discussions I've had with Hope, she's very happy, so,
Good.
Thank you.
No worries, well, like what you're doing there. I've got a clip to show you actually later, and we'll do that at an appropriate point. Right, let's get back on this. Can you give me? No, and just watch that vowel. No high speed, just nice and slow. And remember, the vowel is tighter and more controlled than you think it is. That's it. And you might be thinking that's almost slightly light. If you get the vowel right, that will not be light again. It's exactly right. Do that again. A little bit time. No. The top is perfect.
Cool.
Do you notice that you're not going no? That was the exact point that you were doing that before. You did it again. A little bit tighter than you think. That's it. That's it here. No. You might think, I can't do the vowel because it's slipping. No. It's slipping because the vowel's changing. No. That's it. Right, when I change a thing, I'm going to add a few more notes. No. That's very easy. As soon as we go to that, people think they need to ram the volume. Nothing needs to change. No. It's not no. It's no. So whether no, or no, it's all the same. That's it. No. That's it. You're trying to compensate and put extra power in there. Don't want that one. No. I don't care if it goes light as long as the vowel stays the same. That's it for now. Even tighter. That's it. It's not no. That's it. Now, tell me, can you tell the difference between these two sounds? No. Can you tell the difference?
Yeah, the first one was like really airy and and wasn't really pronouncing well, but the second one was like very punchy and.
Do you want to know what the one difference was?
What?
I'm going to isolate it for you on a different passage.
Okay.
I don't remember if I demonstrated this passage to you before. This is as in passages of music, not passages in bridge. Do you know Pavarotti?
I know.
Yeah, everyone's like a name. I don't worry, I don't know that many music. He does a piece called Nessendorma, and there's a piece that goes Vincero. But what's interesting there is there's two main components to, like if I do that at full volume, that top note has that kind of room resonating quality, not because of, it sounds big and dark and full, but why is that? Well, actually it's nothing to do with depth per se. I guess just give you head voice, this is what it sounds like. Take out the thing that's making it cut. That's all it is. That's what you heard on the no. That's what you heard there. But the second component is the pharyngeal. So it's edgy. This is what happens when you put it in. So I'm going to dial it in. That's the thing that fills in the detail in the head voice and makes it sound like chest. But you can do it the other way around. Put in the pharyngeal. Now take out the head. Can you hear the bottom end's disappearing? One sounds really thin and disgusting, and one sounds really, kind of Aryan, falsetto. But together, do you hear the combination that creates? That's what you get when you get the word right. But you have to go to that lighter place first, and then the pharyngeal comes in on top. Which is why I was like, you don't need to compensate. So when you did that, no, it sounds so light. And then the next time you do it, no, you corrupted the word a little bit. Because that's the strategy you'd adopted before. Whether you're like, I notice I get more power when I do whatever it is that I do at this point. And that what you were doing was learning the vowel, and that works to a point. But as you notice, it stops you going any higher. Whereas no, well, it sounds a little bit light, but no. You can put in a lot more on top of that. You go for me. No. Don't try to make anything up, just say the word. It'll be fine for now. Start chest though. Type a new thing. No. It's a little lighter. There we are. You're doing great. Right, you go. What's the vowel?
Go.
That's the word. What's the vowel?
Oh.
Yeah. So go.
Okay.
That's right. Oh, let's try the new thing. There we are. Well done. That one in particular was excellent for reasons I won't go into. No, because that is a particularly tricky spot in the female voice around there. It's nothing to do with it. It's not a bridge, but it's to do with the bridges. What song can we look at?
Oh.
Do you want to have another look at Teardrop and show me what you're looking at?
Yeah, we could.
Great.
Yeah.
Just do it here. Nice and easy. Nothing complicated. What was it? Yeah, that's right. Cool. Give it a whirl.
Okay, oh no. This makes me feel really like, oh, yeah, it's like the room gets quiet and like, they look at me like that, you're like, Okay, right, I'm potty now, okay.
There's nothing to stress about, it's just say the words.
Okay.
That's another bonus to this approach is suddenly singing becomes no different. And once you understand where your ability lies, and I don't mean like, well, it's lying here and it'll never move. I mean, where your ability present lies, where your comfort zone is. Suddenly you stop thinking about, can I even hit the note? Because now it becomes it's just words on pitch. That's all it is. Now, it's still early days, so you're not going to get that just yet. But that is one of the things you can look forward to is, well, you know what, as long as it's not in a stupid key that's beyond where my ability presently is at, it's a known issue.
Okay.
Try that for me.
Love is a verb, love is a doing word.
Keep going.
Oh, feel us on my breath.
Great. How's that feeling?
Fine.
So, I mean, it's obviously a little bit more
artificial.
artificial.
My vowel pronunciation.
Yeah, it's good.
Really well.
But you notice, like, there's an ease to that.
Yeah.
I know it's not. You're probably not feeling it. It's not quite at a performance standard yet.
Okay.
But it's so there's so much ease with which you're doing that, and it's not just you'll back on this, but it's not just a you feel the ease. It's that the audience hears the ease with which you're pulling that off. Now with the other one, it's not that you would have necessarily felt it was difficult. Obviously, the original key you would have felt it was, but it's not that you necessarily feel it's difficult. But notice the lack of manipulation that's going on here versus that there was before. Can you try that one more time? But yeah, we'll do it once more. Just the way you did it would be fine. And now I've mentioned the word ease. I just want you to see if you can tap into even more like, you know what, I really just couldn't care how the sound comes out because all it is words. That's the level of kind of relaxation I wanted to get you. I don't really take that approach, like that kind of visualization approach, but that is, I just want you to do it one more time and sink even deeper into that ease that you're finding.
Love is a verb, love is a doing.
Great to that again because that was perfect. So it's like sitting down into a chair and sitting down again, so you can sit down even deeper into that.
Love is a verb, love is a doing.
Right, you notice as soon as you went, love is a verb, love, and the vibrato just shot out there. Vibrato is a sign of a voice in balance. I'm sure you probably found that the vibrato wasn't quite so easy to make come out the other way because you were not that far off balance, but off balance enough your body was like,
No.
Not today, sorry, Hope. Try that one more time, but hold on, you will get the exact same thing at the top if you hold it a little bit longer. So instead of love is a verb, love is a verb, love.
So comma after love. I like picturing.
That's exactly it.
I'm a bit of an English speaker.
I used to work in law in a formal life. Yeah, so I spent 6 years in law, and I'm a qualified European patent attorney. That will be something I will never return to in a hurry. I love the work, I hated the people, they were all absolute arseholes. But I remember doing 8 pages of documents in my first year for a particular, that's like an average length document. 4 pages of letters to a law office, and 4 things that were going to become legal documents, or part of a legal document. And there was only one mistake in 8 pages, and that mistake was I'd used a semicolon where I should have used a colon, and I got an absolute ranching over it. That's the standard of attention to detail that I was held to. So I've learned to be a lot more relaxed about when things go out and they have a mistake, but that's why you rarely see typos or mistakes in any of our correspondence. And why we use headings. So if there's ever more than one thing to be discussed in an email, always use headings. I always use bold and italics, because then it visually breaks things up into a way that allows people to delineate one bit of information from another rather than and RE this, RE that. Anyway, one more time, just hold that top note. Just love is a verb, love is a doing word. Hold it until you get the word out and then hold it a bit longer. Love is a verb.
Okay.
Love, L-U-V, love.
Like that.
Love is a verb.
Love is a verb.
Good, can we draw a little bit more love? You want love. Here, listen. Love. I'm not changing anything. All I'm changing is my jaw height.
Okay.
Love is a verb. Try it for me.
Okay.
Without the finger. She's got a really distinct style. Yeah, she's always. My stage name is Miss Mannequin.
That's quite a good one. Actually.
Well, possibly a little bit too long lines with Lady Gaga.
That's true. Yeah.
Try that for me.
Okay. Love is a verb.
Not love. Yeah.
Right.
Love is a verb.
You had it for a split second in the middle. It's still so much closer. But you went love. The vibrato came in for a split second, and then it went out again when the vowel changed. You went love is a verb. Try that for me.
Okay.
So you had it. Do you feel like it locked in for a second?
Yeah.
That's the vowel. When that happens, when the vowel's spot on.
Okay.
We'll try one time, but then we'll carry on with the song. Don't worry. Sorry, keep going. This is the whole song.
Okay. Now I like to get everything's perfect.
No, it's alright. Well, you can't get perfection in one go.
No, that's true actually. Yeah, no, it's not bad. Love is a verb. Love is a doing word. Don't you continue?
Yeah.
Feel us on my breath.
Right, so is it that feel this on my breath? Is that right?
Yeah.
Is it?
No.
Us on my breath.
That's it.
Cool. Yeah.
I don't know. Because it gets stuck in my head and I'm like, oh.
I can see it unraveling a bit.
Feel this.
Feel us.
Yeah, you keep going.
Oh, sorry.
I'll get the melody up, but it is your song after all.
Sorry, I was just copying.
No, that is
fine.
That's fantastic.
Feel us on my
Oh, no, it wasn't.
breath. It's the full version.
Yeah, that's right.
Feel us on my breath. That's better.
Great. Try it one more time from the top.
Love is a verb. Love is a doing word. Feel us on my breath.
Oh, no, it's fine. I'm just working. There's just a lot of big little things,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to hack around with it. Try again. Love. Straight in.
Love is a verb. Love is a doing word. Feel us on my breath.
Right, same thing again. But no sliding up. Straight in. Love is a verb. Love is a doing word.
Love is a verb.
Verb. It's just the word verb.
Love is a verb.
That's it.
Is that better?
Yeah, and you might feel like, was that? I knew it was different, but why was it different? Because you stop. You're still kind of locking to that sensation of. I'm going to use a word now. You are not this, but that is how it's easily related to. It's the foghorn effect of bouncing sound off your hard palate. When you hear that, that's what you're getting. I mean, I find it hard to even do that. I always have an element of a mix going on there, just because my voice does not permit me to kind of just bounce sound like that. But you went, love is a verb, and it's love is a verb. All you did was just shave the vowel down slightly until it was the word verb. That's all you did. And it's actually best if you don't even understand that. All you know is, oh, right, so I get it right when I say the word right. Bingo.
Okay.
Try it again.
Okay. Love.
Longer. Love. Because then it's just a stab. I want, love is a verb.
Love is a verb. Love is a doing word. Feel us on my breath.
How's that feeling?
That's fine.
Great. So we're now up just over your first bridge. That's why you're wanting to kind of run away from it. But you don't need it up there. You will get there, but if you try doing it like that, you will have to modify stuff. You're not yet ready to do it in that key. But it doesn't lose anything, because once you get this spoken quality to things, well, suddenly it always sounds spoken. Well, if it always sounds spoken and the quality is always there and it doesn't sound like you're reaching or pressing down, then it doesn't actually sound high or low. So if it doesn't sound high or low to the listener, why are you putting it in a key that's hard to sing? Unless it's a particular frequency generated by the position in your voice, and there are other reasons for that. Like gospel music has a particular frequency that only starts to be generated as you get close to your second bridge, so around there. So that would be a legitimate reason to do it. But even then, there's lots of particular male gospel singers who, like Fred Hammond, who don't even go there. Then you get you get rock singers that are all, pop singers like Ed Sheeran. It's like most pop singers like are up there, Ed Sheeran's down here. You look at country guys, they're often up here, but then there's John Mayer and he's here. You know, and then you get people who break the mold. You get pop singers are here, and then you get Bruno Mars is up here. You know, it's this idea of tessitura, which is where do you sound good, where do you feel comfortable, and that's never static. It's not. I don't just mean that it changes one day to the next. I mean if you're always working on your voice, you're just adding to what feels comfortable. But when you add areas that previously once felt uncomfortable and now feel comfortable, well, how much more comfortable would the area of original comfort feel to you? Does that make sense? If you're already comfortable there, and we're now making that feel comfortable, well, that's going to be even more comfortable. So you're still moved on, but suddenly that area that you were comfortable with before is now it's like this just feels like home to me.
Second one.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect. Let's try that one more time. But make sure to hold that first note. Hold sustain and vibrato are the best ways to get you used to sitting into a part of your voice, and also helping you to kind of relax a little bit more. Do that again.
Love is a verb, love is a doing word, feel us on my breath.
Right, now we're going to take it back down. Here. But I'd like you to bring the volume up just a notch. So on a scale of 0 to 10, 0 being the quietest, 10 being the loudest, where would you say that was?
That's probably a 6 or a 7. No.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, probably no less than that. Probably a 5.
Okay, I would put it lower than that.
Would you? Oh, okay.
But let's say it was a 5. Can you knock it up to 6 for me?
Yeah, that's good. What would you say it was? Just so I can.
No, I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
Same thing, hold those notes.
Love is a verb, love is a doing word, feel us on my breath.
That's great, but the volume went back down to 5 on the second half.
Okay.
I'm looking for that slight increase in intensity. And the only thing I'd request is watch that word verb.
Okay, I know what you mean as well, because when I sing, I'm like, I'm down. I can hear it. When people point it out to me,
it's not an invalid sound,
but
you want to use it in the right place. And like, what's special about the word verb? Nothing. Nothing. If it was like the word love, maybe I would use it like that. But it's a valid tone, but we're wanting to get you we're stripping all the style out, so then you can now see, all right, this is all the junk you had in your trunk. And then once you've got your trunk thing right, now you can choose what to put back in.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Love is a verb, love is a doing word.
What was it?
Feel us on my breath.
Yeah, and just watch the word breath.
Breath.
Same here. Now we're going to knock it not to 7, but to 6.5.
Okay. Okay, sorry, I have to just get this.
No, that's absolutely fine.
Love is a verb, love is a doing word, feel us on my breath.
Great. On the breath, you don't need that grace at the end. Breath. The vibrato will be far more powerful than anything else. Try feel us on my breath. That's all we need.
So what? Just
fearless on my breath.
okay.
Feel
At
us,
6.5.
feel us on my breath.
Breath.
Yeah, is that right?
Yeah, you got to hold it out. Feel us on my breath.
Okay.
Yeah, because those grace notes are. One of the things I always remember from listening to music as a kid was artists who were too lazy to think of an outro, who fade out. You know, like taking care of business. You want taking care of business?
Taking care of business.
Bachman Turner Overdrive.
It wasn't really my genre.
But as the first song came to mind, but they have a fade out, so basically it has like a catchy chorus. Taking care of business in every way. But rather than think of a bum dun 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 bum and finishing, it just has the catchy chorus fading out. That's all it is.
Yeah.
How do you finish a held note? And you've developed I don't know, so I'll do feel this on my breath. that kind of half side away. It's like, but actually what you're doing is adding complexity before ever learning how to figure out the simple stuff.
Okay.
Because you've added something, whereas I think it was the Beatles who said it's a song. People say a song's not complete until you've got nothing left to put in. A song's not finished until there's nothing left to take out. They used to do things like they would write a set of lyrics and then they take out every other line. Because if the song's been written well, actually you should still be able to join the dots, which then leaves more room for the audience's imagination to fill in the blanks.
I like that. That's good.
Yeah, but it's like, well, what Einstein said, things should be made as simple as possible, but no simpler. So the point being that a lot of people try and make things, there is no such thing as too simple. In trying to make it simpler, they actually introduce they introduce complexity or make it unworkable. And it's a cool sound, but you'll always be able to go back to it. Well, I'm trying to get you to show what should be foundation level, because that stuff's like level 1. It's like trying to add icing onto a cake before you finish baking the cake. It's really what's going on. You try that again for me? So I'm going to stick you here.
All of it.
Whole thing, yeah.
Okay. Love, love. Oh no, I didn't do the thingy bit.
That's right.
Let me do that bit.
And it's not love, it's love. You're pretty close. Yeah, that's it.
Love. Is that right?
Yep.
Love is a verb, love is a doing.
6.5.
Fearless on my breath.
Just hold it. You can finish, but you have to not say that. Feel this on my breath. Try for it.
Fearless on my breath.
Yeah, it's tough. Spend some time working on that.
Breath.
Yeah, it's tough because you're like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to finish this without kind of doing that little grace note. Yeah. Whereas for me, I didn't have the capacity when I first started singing to even think of the stuff you thought of.
Yeah.
And so I had to learn how to just finish, hold out a note, make it sound good, and finish it without making it sound like I run out of puff. Yeah, I literally just lacked the ability to do it. And in some ways that frustrated me.
It's probably good.
Yeah, well, it's hard though. It's hard because it's that's why some of the best.
Just a question.
Yeah, of course.
When the word breath.
Yeah.
You've got the. I can't sing so. Breath, breath. Does it become another vowel when you finish it with?
No, it's the vibrato that's there. That's why it sounds slightly odd. Is the lack of vibrato.
Yeah.
So about feel this on my breath, feel this on my breath. Yeah, the second one doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
It's the vibrato that does it.
And the th at the end is So because to my ears it finishes on a th.
Yeah. Breath.
Yeah, it doesn't really change. It's not like there's a breath at the end of what you do.
Yeah, and it's hard. I mean, that very much comes from viewing lyrics like a script, just with some pitch to go with it. You're doing a great job of that. It's a much more polished sound. But you notice that I was letting you get away with some wider vowels. Why? Because it's a song. Exercises are always going to be much more prescriptive because that's going to enable you. I've got a guy, a student, his voice is really light. Like you wouldn't hear it, but I can hear there's a lack of bass in his voice, which tells me it's a lighter instrument. And I can lip bubble him as high as I lip bubbled you. And that's a guy.
Wow.
Yeah. No, but he's still struggling with his first bridge. Just how high you lip bubble is an indicator of what your future complete range will be. Yeah. But it's like it's still it's a relatively light, easy sound to do. But he's now rediscovered his chest voice in the same way that we're looking at. And what that allows him to do is sing everything to really come to range. And then he'll actually pull and like essentially if he was singing and he used to sing all the time up here, he'll shred his voice like he used to do. But because it's just that odd grace note now, rather than the whole song, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Because it's only there for a split second and it's gone. He's not abusing his voice because he's working on it. If you stood it all the time, you're abusing it. He's not, he's doing it sparingly and then it's coming from a place of balance. So actually it's just a split second and it's over. Which is why I don't mind if the words aren't perfect when we finally finish the song. Not that, like, we'll take years on this one. I just mean when we start to look at a song and we're starting to move towards the last minute to the lesson, it's like, you know what, it doesn't matter if it's not perfect. I need to make that sound more like a finished song for you, irrespective of how technically perfect it is. And that's why I'm not going to kick your ass over something like that, because you got to get out there and sing it. Like in particular, you're gigging. I don't know what your gigging schedule is like. I can't not make it into a finish line. Like, well, I'm afraid you're just not ready to sing that song. Nonsense.
3 years prescription. Oh,
yeah, that makes sense.
No, totally.
Any questions?
No.
It's really excellent. Really,
we shall wrap up there.
Yes.
Do you mind if I nick your loo quickly?
No, go for it.
Thank you. I won't walk into the cupboard this time.